Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It really is great to stand before you ahead of the Minara Chamber Awards evening. And with me this morning, I've got Zahid Fakey. Zahid, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you for joining us.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and thank you for having me.
Zahid's a professional extraordinaire in Durban, having been a past partner at one of the big four auditing firms, now a non-executive director at Al Baraka Bank, but has really got involved in his passion in doing charity work, and may Allah Ta'ala reward him and the organization. I'm not going to take the thunder away from him. I'm going to ask him to tell us a little bit more about WeFeed, where it started and where it is at the moment, and how we can all get involved in this great organization, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah Muhammad for this opportunity once again. I think WeFeed SA started in 2020. It was really a group of friends that got together, and we were helping the homeless in the streets of Durban. And when COVID hit, the eThekwini municipality approached us to help them move the homeless people into the 12 eThekwini shelters. And when we realized the effort behind it, we realized we needed to formalize ourselves as an organization, and that's where WeFeed SA was born, because the quantum of the aid that we needed to provide was huge. Alhamdulillah, during the COVID period, we actually fed 12,000 meals a day, and it was a significant amount that was funded through the Muslim community. And when we got to lockdown 3, the board actually decided now we need to shift gear. How do we provide more sustainable solutions? Alhamdulillah, the organization is partnered with some over 200 volunteers. Our success to date, after being in 4 years of existence, has been primarily through the collaboration we've had with other stakeholders like corporates and also NPOs. So we actually collaborate with some 120 NPOs across the country. We mostly KZN based, but alhamdulillah, from the corporate perspective, from the Muslim businesses out there and the businesses of different faiths, other corporates, we have had some tremendous support.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, I think the one word that I pick up from that is collaboration, and the fact that you've been able to bring an inclusive approach to this. Tell us more about that, and was that deliberate and intentional as you went into this?
Definitely deliberate and very intentional. The reality is there's so much good to be done. We want everybody to experience the gratitude we get out of this activity. So if you have visited my offices, you'll see it's quite nice, it's very hospitable, really to attract all people of all walks of life, people of different faiths, all ages, to actually participate in the good, give off their time, their talent, and if you have funds, yes, but the priority for us is really around your talent and your time. So it's deliberate, and our volunteer base is increasing on a day-to-day basis. So we want everybody to get involved. We believe that if you run it alone, you're not going to go very far. If you run it together,
a little bit, I mean, I was intrigued when you told me about the employment initiative. So if you can share a little bit with our viewers on the employment initiative, because that's very exciting for me, because it's more sustainable rather than just handing out.
Yes. So just to actually kind of let the viewers know, WeFeed SA, the feed in WeFeed SA is an acronym which means feeding, empowerment, education with dignity. And we're heavily biased towards employment and education. In fact, our mandate is to spend 80% of our resources on education and empowerment and 20% on feeding. Not in terms of quantum, but in terms of not in terms of value, but in terms of ratio, right? And we are growing on a day-to-day basis. So we always kind of geared ourselves to a sustainable solution, taking people out of poverty. Alhamdulillah, through good governance and a strong board comprised of strong business people of repute and chartered accountants, we've governed this organization very well, and we've been attracted and approached by multiple organizations. First, the Solidarity Fund, which we've done tremendous work in that space, and then we are approached by the Social Employment Fund, which is a presidential employment stimulus. And we are one of 38 organizations that actually participate in the program in the 24-25 period, where we created employment across the country for 65,000 people. We, as a new small organization, alhamdulillah, contributed 1,500 jobs in that program over a 10-month period. And we've actually created pathways for those individuals. On the success of that program, we as WeFeed SA won the best performing NPO across the national platform, where we got recognition from the presidential office, from the DTIC, from the IDC. For the 25-26 year, we are actually employing another 1,000 people. We got a visit from the IDC yesterday, and inshallah on the 7th of November, the IDC board is visiting us because they are proud of what we have achieved and how we can collaborate to actually further the program into the foreseeable future.
Inshallah. Jazakallah, Zahid. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the success, inshallah, with the awards tonight. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Shukran.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.